Hello everybody, this is another week of your one and only program with greatness. I'm your main man, Capstone. About 54 years ago, an icon made an impact in the music industry in Africa, especially in Nigeria, go by the name Dr. Victor Abimbola Olaiya. Was born on 31st December in 1932 in Calabar, Cross River State in Nigeria. Dr. Victor Abimbola Olaiya began his musical career by blowing the French horn. Dr. Victor Abimbola Olaiya was not born with silver spoon, neither is from the rich background. He started out poor. Through his hard work, he was able to overcome his circumstances and achieve extraordinary success. Let's get set for Dr. Victor Abimbola Olaiya through life story. Enjoy yourself.
My name is Victor Abimbola Olaiya, but some people choose to call me Dr. Victor Abimbola Olaiya, OON, Officer of the Order of the Niger. Well, music naturally runs in the blood of my family because my father, Alfred Omolona Olaiya, in Calabar, was a church organist. And my mother, Bathsheba Olabia Edele Motajo Olaiya, happened to be a leader of a cultural group in Calabar. They met, they got married, and they produced me, one of the 24 children of Alfred Omolona Olaiya. I happened to be in the 20th position of the children of Alfred Omolona Olaiya. I was raised, I went to school at Calabar Hope Kindergarten, from whence I went to Owerri after the death of my father. My father was a prison contractor, an ex-serviceman though. When he retired, he took up the word of buying food and supplying food to the prisoners in Calabar, and also eventually shifted to Owerri, Onitsha, and Aba, Abakaliki, and so on. He was a prison contractor. He happened to be a very big businessman, and I went to school in Calabar, then moved to Owerri Roman Catholic School, RCM School Owerri, from whence I got transferred by nature and providence to Onitsha, African School Onitsha, where I concluded my elementary school, and before coming over to Lagos in search of the Golden Fleece. I happened to have enrolled as a member of the band in African School Onitsha, and my band leader then was Christopher Odiachi, bandmaster. And it was there I learned to play the French horn and the baritone sax, as well as metamorphosing to play the B-flat trumpet, cornet, and trumpet, and this is the B-flat cornet trumpet that I'm still holding. When I got to Lagos, I played in various bands, like Afium's street brass band, and where I was earning 1 shilling and 6 pence a month, which was a big sum of money for me then. And then from then I went playing in various bands like Professor Samuel Akpabot, that's All Stars, Akpabot All Stars Band. Went to play in Rich Temple, played in Nigerian State Orchestra, played in Bobby Benson's Dam Session Orchestra, and founded the Cool Cats Orchestra of the Western Coliseum fame. And then along with people like late Malam Balamila, we founded jointly and severally the Cool Cats Orchestra, which metamorphosed to be All Stars eventually, and we kept moving on and on until how I started at Onitsha, Africa School Onitsha, and that was in 1946. I have mentioned my foremost band leader, Chris Odiachi, bandmaster, school bandmaster, and I think that was how it all got started. I must have started a band of my own, maybe that's what you mean, and that was 1940, early 50, 1950, 51, 2, a band of my own, because I went through many stages, playing for people like Bobby Benson, late Bobby Benson, Dam Session Orchestra, and having played with for late ABC Cole, Abraham Benjamin Olayinde Cole of the West End Coliseum fame, when we started the Cool Cats Orchestra, inviting people like Chris Agilo and Dennis Lawani and Sami Latte from UK to join us in that band. They came over, joining the Cool Cats Orchestra, and to give it the boost it required then. And I've told you, people like Malam Bala Miller, late FMB Miller, were also with us. And when the band took off, we started bringing in or engaging people like Dennis and Sami Latte of Ghana, who flew in from London too, and many other bands, musicians passed through me. Like, if I might mention a few, people like Anikulapo Fela Kuti, Ransom Kuti, then he changed his name to Anikulapo Fela Anikulapo Kuti. He was in my band. It was in my band he learned to play the trumpet, the B-flat trumpet, which I'm now holding on to. And you have people like Victor Waifo, now Professor Victor Waifo, played in my band, and we had less and less of musicians like late Rex Jim Lawson, Cardinal Rex Jim Lawson, Surpriser Willie, and a host of other musicians like Crosby Juba. Call him what you will, have forgotten a number of the musicians that passed through me, but many of them did pass through me, including Dele Ojo and every other one. Ẹ bá mi sọ fún Sisi kó má lọ. Mo ti sọ wípé fàájì tẹ́lẹ̀ láwọ̀. ẹ bá mi sọ fún sísí yẹn kó má ìsá lọ. àníṣe mo ti sọ wípé fàájì tẹ́lẹ̀ lájọ wa. sísí jọ̀wọ́ kó má ìlà òbíà. ọmọdé ṣe mí di àmìdá. dúró dè mí àní kò gbé mi sáyà. kó wá fífẹ́ tútù sáyà mi. ọmọdé ṣe mí di àmìdá. The obstacles were numerous, and I cannot remember most of them, but I know they went through ups and downs like everybody in life would have expected. And most of the obstacles, or some of them, happened to be open competition between my band, the Kurukere and Victoria and his All-Stars International Orchestra, and bands like, or people like late Bobby Benson and the Empire Rhythm Orchestra, led by Isia Rinzin, and they had so many other obstacles, like when I was nominated to play at the Independent State Board, Nigeria's Independent State Board, and I find the whole musicians in Lagos then and environs protesting, carrying placards and protesting against my nomination, that they wanted to know why it should be Victor Abimbola Olaiya alone that is being nominated to eat or take the lion's share in this big cake, national cake that is being slated for the whole musicians in Nigeria. And at that time I was being watched by SSS, the federal government, after nominating me and finding this protest. They had to give me protection. And each where I was going then, I was protected. I had the federal government protection until the celebration was over. And of course, the late Tafawa Balewa had to, in view of the protest, the national protest, had to advise the late Minister of Information and Culture, late J.M. Johnson, the Minister for Culture and Information, to persuade the remaining musicians, all brought together to form a national band and in support of my band at that time. And I think this was what happened, and the whole thing was appeased. The whole protest, musicians' protest, was appeased by that. And of course, I succeeded in shaking hands with the Queen of England that represented the King or Queen of England, and I was the #1 band, the prominent band that played at the Independence State Board, and 3 years after at the Republican State Banquet too. So I think that was how it went on. And some other landmarks that I made include taking High Life to Congo, a forces special to appease the warring soldiers, our warrior soldiers in the Congo, and also taking high life to the front during the Nigerian Civil War, where I was ranked honorary lieutenant colonel. I went to Zone 1 Division of Nigerian Army, Suka sector and Makurdi area and so on. And remember that we also helped to fight the war in our own way by taking music to the musicians in the front. And I was being ranked, uniform, and so we enjoyed playing music in those days, and the competition was keen, sharp, and in spite of it all, I managed to emerge the most acceptable band in the country. And more so, during the Miss Nigeria beauty pageant era, I was nominated as the best and band, not only the best, but also the most popular and acceptable band in the country. This took me around the whole country over and over and over again. And there was no Boko Haram at that time. And I went to my degree to play, I remember. And the Miss Nigeria pageant was very, very popular, and the most popular show in Nigeria at that time, before I went to represent Africa, the continent of Africa, in Prague, Czechoslovakia, which tour took me to London, Manchester, and Liverpool. I happened to have appeared on BBC television as the first all-black band to perform on BBC television. And on my way from BBC London, I played at Maida Vale in London, and it was jam-packed before returning via Czechoslovakia, Prague, Guinea, and Ghana, oftentimes back to Nigeria. It was not quite smooth sailing, because life is made up of ups and downs, and nobody can claim that is way up or path to success. If they say it, if you allow me to put it that way, is smooth sailing or has been smooth sailing. It has never, nobody can ever claim that monopoly. It's rough, and you have to face it as rough as it was. And at the end of it, here am I, still blowing the horn. I wouldn't have thought that I was going to get somewhere, or this is a tree that I would climb to the top of it, because I was never interested in being a musician for so long. I had a scholarship to do engineering, Howard, America University. I had a scholarship which I couldn't uphold or hold on to, fulfill. And later on, I decided with my late brother, Barrister A.B. Alaya, to go and do law. That failed me also. I couldn't fulfill it. And that's why I couldn't have had the courage or the know-how to say I was going to get to the top of any profession. But as Providence would have it, I just decided to be in music for a short while. And here am I, still blowing the horn. Eba mi sọ fún sísí yẹn kó má lọ. Mo ti sọ wípé fàájì tẹ́lẹ̀ láwà. Eba mi sọ fún sísí yẹn kó má sá lọ. Àníṣe mo ti sọ wípé fàájì tẹ́lẹ̀ lájọ wà. Sísí jọ̀wọ́ kó má lọ òdìá. Ọmọdé ṣe mí. Amiga dúró dè mí àní kò gbé mi sáyà kó wá fífẹ́ dúdú sáyà mi. Ọmọdé ń ṣe mí díyà mi gbà díyà jọ̀wọ́ kó má lọ o. Ọmọdé ń ṣe mí kò gbé mi sáyà.
I see the sun in your eyes, I see the stars in your eyes, I see the colors of the rainbow in your eyes. So baby, if not play, you play. Baby, make you stop, I'm sharply. I say make you stop, I'm before you come make peace in my day. Ẹjọ́ bá mi sọ fún sísí ẹ kó má yìí lọ, my baby, ẹbẹ̀ lọ, tí ní ayé tó dé lọ. Now you will be my ọmọ tó ń ṣọ́nà only you. Only you, only you, only you. Somebody help me tell us it.
Like a this, like a that, like a me, like a that, like a me.
Baba, I see them for you. So,
dúró dè mí, kò gbé mi sáyà, kó wá fífẹ́ tútù sọ́kàn mi.
Adó, kòkùntánò ńkàládọ́, kòkùntánò ńkàládọ́, olókùntánò ńkàládọ́, olókùntánò because ọmọ tó kára, oya ọmọ tó kára.
Shake on, hola,
So,
dúró dè mí, kò gbé mi sáyà, kó wá fífẹ́ tútù sọ́kàn mi.
Ẹ bá mi sọ kó sí sí ẹ, kó má yí lọ, my baby make me bella. Cause me and you today, now you will be my amateur, now only you. Maximum respect.
I didn't have the fund to have seized that opportunity. What happened was that my late uncle, who was the executor of my father's estate, Chief late S.O.R.O.T.V., Ogumoro-TV, I wrote a letter to him to give me or fund my transport to US, and that on my return I would work and pay back. But he did not reply me, he did not respond. And so that opportunity was lost. And so the other opportunity to go and do law, I was becoming neck involved in band engagements and booking. That time I was playing for people like late Hamilton, Kweku Baini, and late ABC Cole and so on. And I have issued out official receipts to prospective band hirers, which prevented me from seizing the second opportunity of going to do law, which I was going to fund myself, because at that time I think I have had some few naira and kobo. I mean, what were we spending there? Pounds and pence then. But I was neck involved in and tied down with band bookings, engagements. I wanted to conclude those engagements officially before thinking of my next move. So these were the things that prevented me from going over. And even in the light of that, I think I sent my first wife to UK to wait for me, but I lost her in the process of waiting to complete my contracts. So somebody else, she had to fall in love with somebody else, and over she went with that fellow in England. So I tried while I was trying to conclude my engagement. So it has not been easy going, but I had to stay put and finish the contracts I had on hand then. Otherwise, I would be sued for breach of contract.
What
important decision in my career. I think it's to have remained to fulfill the many contracts, booking contracts, engagements I had entered into before thinking of going overseas or doing anything else. So I stayed put, took a decision, completed my contracts honorably, and then before making sure, I plunged myself into music ad infinitum.
winner never quits and quitters never win. Hope you gain from Dr. Victor Abibola Olaya life story. You can follow me on Instagram at capstone17, tweet at capstone01, Twitter WTGTV Media, like our page facebook.com/WTVTV, call or WhatsApp 08053736065 for interview. See you same time next week on your program, our program. With greatness, bye for now.